Good morning, everyone. With almost 400 plus people here, it has to be a lot louder. Good morning. Good morning. Better. Well, welcome to Oregon Tech's official 2017 Convocation opening. It is so great to see everyone during this very special time of the year as we prepare for the very reason we are all here, that are our students, our wonderful students. First of all, let's start by thanking our food service for the wonderful breakfast this morning. I'm so pleased to welcome back our faculty and join you and our staff as we prepare to kick off another academic year, which I promise there are some very exciting directions and investments we are going to make that's going to ignite our success. We are going to talk about this later this morning as part of my remarks. So we are going to do something different this year, however. After the breakfast, we are going to move to the auditorium downstairs for the address. So all of you can be facing forward and looking at the address on the screen without having to kink your neck. So that's what we are going to do. So you get to stretch your legs and walk down a little bit to the auditorium, but I do request that we move promptly so that there are no delays getting that portion of the program started. I do have one pleasant surprise for you in my address. This is probably going to be the shortest president's address we have heard. I had somebody record this so I can tell my daughter I got a thunderous applause. So it's now my pleasure to open with an introduction of the chair of the Oregon Tech Board of Trustees, Dr. Lisa Graham. It has been a delight, personally and professionally, for me to get acquainted with Dr. Graham. I'm delighted that she and the other trustees gave me this high honor of serving as your president. She's a chemical engineer by her education and career choice, and a few years ago started with a new venture as CEO and founder of Alchemy Innovation Inc., an engineering company that provides technical services and consulting while also developing science-based software solutions that provide specific technical directions and guidance using big data. The company focuses on the brewing, chemical, and pharmaceutical industries. She is also a co-founder of Black Canyon Woodworks, a family-owned enterprise in Bend, Oregon. Her strong business background was developed through her leadership roles with various companies, handling Paradigm, Bend Research, Union Carbide, as a Chief Operating Officer, Senior Vice President, Chief Executive Officer, and Chief Scientist. I have had the pleasure of working closely with Dr. Graham over the last few months. We spent time together in Salem and other venues. You cannot find a much stronger advocate in a role as a board chair for Oregon Tech. Thank you, Dr. Graham, and welcome.
Thank you. You can hear me okay in the back? Can you hear me okay in the back?
Thank you.
Louder. Okay, is that better? Perfect. All right. Thank you, Dr. Nagy, for that warm welcome. And it is wonderful to be with all of you here, particularly as we are celebrating 70 years. Woo-hoo! What a wow, right? You know, it's hard to believe it's been 3 years since we formed the Board of Trustees for this institution. If you remember, that's when Oregon took the central board that was supposed to look after all 7 and split up and gave each institution an individual board. So 3 years have passed since then. And I know that I join my fellow board members in the excitement and the success that we have seen from Oregon Tech over the last several years, and the excitement for where we know this institution is going to go. I'd like to thank all of you for your efforts every single day. When I find myself in Salem trying to help advocate for this institution, it is the success of the students because of you that makes that job fun. Otherwise, it'd be very awkward, right? Okay. So it's been a great year so far, leading up to the fall, and I know Dr. Nagy is going to outline some of what's ahead for here. So I'm going to just take a couple of minutes and reflect on where we've come. So as a governing board, your trustees have set several goals for ourselves in order to fulfill our advocacy for this institution. The first and foremost on deck this past year was identifying our new president. And we are very excited that we have brought somebody on board that we believe in and have faith in his ability to work together with everybody here to really drive forward. We have a lot more potential. We've come a long way. We have a lot more we can do. I know because I've heard from a lot of you over 30 years of what you want to do. So the board has also had some other leadership goals. And not just in having our president, but ensuring that there's a strong leadership team here. And we're pleased that Dr. Nagy has already made some rapid progress towards bringing some new key members into that leadership team. We also need to remember this was a legislative year that was pretty tough. And it had high stakes, right? On the line was our new Engineering Technology Center. You know, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out given everything. The state of Oregon came through for this institution, and that's moving forward. We had the fate of our tuition rate on the line, and a lot of uncertainty around budgets, support in general. So I've had the privilege of representing Oregon Tech a number of times in this legislative session, and I clearly remember sitting with Dr. Nagy and the president talking quite a bit collectively about the importance of higher education. And with everything else that happens out there, all the things our legislators need to support, we have to make sure that they continue to be aware of what higher ed means to the state. So whether it was successfully discussing our need for a tuition rate increase, and the plan for not doing that if they came to the support they should, advocating for the new engineering building, or trying to finally get ORIC funded, we presented very sound and valid positions. And you know, it really didn't matter that I was there. I decided after I sat in a room where our students sat down and advocated for the tuition rate increase. I mean, we were the only institution where that happened. Why? Because that was money they saw going into their facilities to give them a better education. Frankly, I just felt like going up and saying, wow, you heard them. That's what they want. And, you know, we weren't always a big school. And some might say we're not as big. But I'll tell you that this past year, there was a shift in how our institution was viewed. It didn't feel like when I was sitting with those 7 presidents that there was the big guys and then there was this little school over here. We sat there and heard how strategically important Oregon Tech is to the state of Oregon. And in the toughest legislative year I've seen, and I've been advocating for higher ed for over 10 years in various councils and things, long before I fell in love with Oregon Tech. Toughest financial year, and we get funding for the engineering and technology building. What other message could we ask for from our state? We have OMIC and ORIC and rural health initiatives, and this campus is so much bigger now for our state and so important. So just reflecting back, you know, we have tough challenges. We have a deficit budget this year. And I'll just make a comment that that deficit budget is intentional. Our Board of Trustees is very much excited that we have to invest right now. We want to see our revenues increase. We want to see our enrollment growth happen. And more importantly, we want to make sure that the students we graduate have the facilities that they need. Here, with your leadership and the fact you care so much, so they go out into the world and frankly, change our state for us and change, you know, beyond Oregon too. So The Board of Trustees are very excited and encouraged by everything, including the partnerships. Dr. Nagy, recently helped lead collaborative leadership partnerships with other other institutes of technology. So as a board member, we're looking for that. We're looking for things we can leverage here to just continue building our footprint and just reinforce back to Salem and others that we are equals when it comes to investments for the state. So I just want to say thank you to everyone here for making Oregon Tech just an absolutely fantastic place. It's a high quality institution. It's impacting thousands of students every year. And in fact, I can't tell you the number of times I get calls up about our students. And if you'd asked me 15 years ago who Oregon Tech was, I might not have known. Now, pretty much I can't go anywhere without hearing about us. Some of that's due to our good marketing communication on, social media. So thank you in advance. It's going to take tons of energy and commitment this year. There's a lot of new changes, new growth, things that make us uncomfortable, but we've always shown we can change in the past. I'm confident we're going to change in the future. And I just hope you enjoy the rest of Convocation Week and the return of our students. So with that, I'll hand the microphone back to Dr. Nagy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Graham, for the wonderful remark, and thank you for all you do for Oregon Tech. So, I know one of the things we do need to know is the priorities of the board. And I want to thank the board again for their faith and trust in all of us, so that we can assure you we will deliver for you, because in this tough time, to make that kind of a deficit budget request granted is a very difficult decision for the board that has the fiduciary responsibility for the university. Now I would like to take a moment to thank the President's Leadership Council for the work they do. Each oversees an essential component of the university and dedicates a huge amount of time and energy every day. I certainly could not do this job without their advice, support, and dedication. So Oregon Tech Leadership Council, President's Council, please stand when I call your name and remain standing. This Tom Dara, Interim Director of Facilities. Dr. Erin Foley, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Mr. Brian Fox, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Ms. Sandra Fox, University Board Secretary and Community Relations Director. Jim Jones, Dr. Jim Jones, our new Associate VP and Chief Information Officer. Dr. Gary Kulak, our new Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Ms. Leanne Maupin, Dean, College of Health, Arts and Sciences. And at this time, I also want to recognize Leanne for her wonderful service as interim provost. In addition to serving as the Dean of the college last year, she has been splendid all through. Ms. Laura McKinney, Vice President of the Wilsonville campus. Dr. Steve Neuheisel, Vice President for Strategic Enrollment Management. Ms. Hallie Newport, Special Assistant to the Provost, College of ETM. Ms. Adria Pichal, Senior Executive Assistant to the President. Ms. Tracy Ricketts, Associate Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations. Ms. Di Saunders, Associate VP for Communication and Public Affairs. Mr. Greg Stewart, Interim Director of Athletics. Dr. David Thamer, Faculty Senate President. And Ms. Erica Witt, Dean, Online Learning. Thank you all for all you do for Oregon Tech. Please join me in a round of applause for what they do every day. So at this time, I'm going to introduce our provost. I don't think since in joining Oregon Tech, he has had a formal introduction in front of all of you, because he sneaked into Oregon Tech during the summertime when many of you were away. But I'm just delighted he is on board. And so please join me now in recognizing our new provost, Dr. Gary Kulak. In the interest of time, I won't detail his biography. It is in the book on your table. But I will say I'm very excited to work with him every day. We have already spent many, many hours together. And one of the things, when he was recruited, I told him, I truly believe in delegating and working with people at various levels. So he and I have talked a lot, and he's going to be doing some extended academic planning. As a matter of fact, it's a great compliment to him and the team's efforts. When I heard from some of the chairs yesterday, how exciting the chairs retreat and other plans were, even last couple of days. So I had a chance to address from Sunday evening. So he's already hitting the ground running. So he obviously brings a very diverse background. He's background in science, he has background in engineering, as well as in health professions. So again, welcome to Oregon Convocation 2017. I will now invite Dr. Kulak to the podium to start the recognition and award segment of this morning's break. Dr. Kulak.
Well, thank you. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Usually I don't need a speaker, so.
No.
Do you want me to go do it?
No.
You're not going to sing, are you?
No. Not unless requested. Okay. Well, thank you, Chair Graham and President Nagy for that introduction. I just wanted to say I'm delighted to begin service here as the provost at Oregon Tech. Since I arrived in early July, positive impressions that attracted me to this position have been amplified by the faculty, staff, students, administrators, alumni, and many others that I've met in my brief time here. So the mission of Oregon Tech aligns very closely with my aspirations over 23 years experience at two previous institutions. At these institutions, I focused on preparing students for professional careers in technological disciplines with an educational grounding encompassing intellectual, ethical, and social development so that graduates can serve their profession and, importantly, as in the community as responsible citizens. I've come to realize this closely resembles the same dedication that Oregon Tech faculty and staff have in helping students realize their full potential. This educational philosophy attracts talented students, improves student recruitment, retention to graduation, energizes the alumni base, and attracts external funding and partners to support the institution's strategic mission. Having spent those years in support of preparing students for professional career paths, and as a long-term faculty member, I'm fully aware and supportive of this unique focus as a central theme of Oregon Tech's mission. The staff and the faculty at Oregon Tech are to be lauded for their supportive environment they provided for students to thrive through an outstanding hands-on, minds-on education and a supportive environment through student services that encourage student success. We must continue this focus while promoting improvement and innovation that reflects modern higher education environment, which is always changing. In addition, as provost, I look forward to making it a high priority to improve and extend student experiential learning through enhanced co-op opportunities, undergraduate research, design work, project engagement with faculty, and industry mentors. The proposed and existing strategic initiatives that are underway will allow us to meet the needs of the Oregon workforce and the communities that we serve, while creating opportunities for new partnerships, new academic programming, and greater engagement with industry, community, and alumni. Success in these opportunities will require our joint cooperation and collaboration and participation across the spectrum of disciplines and units within the university. And I eagerly anticipate your participation in these initiatives to the extent possible. Finally, as I continue to learn about Oregon Tech and develop a closer relationship with faculty and staff, I look forward to working with you in collegiality, mutual trust and respect, in reaching our aspirations, and promise transparency in shaping processes and policies that will guide growth and development. Let's roll up our sleeves and begin to work on this new journey together. Thank you. Okay, I'm my own MC for this piece. First, let's introduce the newest Oregon Tech faculty and staff. Each was asked to submit their biographical information for the website, and the printed programs are located on your table. I would like to introduce the newest members of the faculty and faculty support staff. So please stand when your name is mentioned and remain standing, and hold the applause until everyone has been introduced. Dawn Bailey, Associate Professor, Humanities and Social Sciences. Krista Beatty, Instructor, Dental Hygiene. Mitch Besser-Labor, Assistant Professor, Computer Systems Engineering Technology. Ryan Brown, Assistant Professor, Medical Laboratory Sciences. Dan Carrier, Assistant Professor, Management. Aaron Cox, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering. Gregory Dahlberg, Instructor, Electrical Engineering and Renewable Energy. Dr. Elise Donovan, Assistant Professor, Natural Sciences. Jared Imard, Professional Practice and Management. Sarah Freeman, Office Specialist 2, General Instruction. Dr. Matthew Fry, Assistant Professor, Communication. Dr. Kamo Gandhi, Assistant Professor, Communication. Dr. Kevin Garrett, Assistant Professor, Humanities and Social Science. Michael Galinsky, Instructor, Respiratory Care and Polysomnography. Brian Jimenez, Library Technician 2, Wilsonville. Joshua Jones, Pre-College Coordinator, Academic Agreements. Dr. Amber Lancaster, Assistant Professor, Communication. Dr. Harika Manam, Instructor, Computer Systems Engineering Technology. Dr. Robert Melendi, Associate Professor, Electrical Engineering and Renewable Energy. Bryce Nelson, Administrative Program Assistant, Online Learning. Dr. Rosanna Overholzer, Assistant Professor, Mathematics. Dr. Robert Paxton, Associate Professor, Manufacturing and Mechanical Engineering and Technology. Bren Raffaelli, Professional Practice Management. Dr. Mustafa Saber, Associate Professor, Manufacturing and Mechanical Engineering and Technology. Michael Schwartz, Instructor, Respiratory Care and Polysomnography. Clifford Stover, Associate Professor, Manufacturing and Mechanical Engineering and Technology. Darlene Swigert, Instructor, Dental Hygiene. Dr. Thomas Taylor, Assistant Professor, Natural Sciences. Jennifer Volpe, Instructor, Humanities and Social Sciences. Laurie Yates, Visiting Professor, Management. Please join me in welcoming our newest member. Next, I would like to acknowledge our faculty members from both colleges who were promoted at the end of the last academic year. To progress through this faculty ranks takes great dedication and hard work, and it is with great pride that I announce the following faculty members have been promoted. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing and hold our applause until all new members have been introduced. Promoted to assistant professor, Ms. Aja Betancourt McCarthy. Ms. Tara Guthrie. Okay. Ms. Bobby Kawash. Promoted to associate professor, Dr. Janet Isaacson. Dr. Veronica Cohn. Dr. Sophia Lynn Nathanson. Mr. Jeff Barty. Dr. Matthew Sleep. Dr. Christopher Shernick. Promoted to professor, Dr. Jeffrey Hain. Mr. Richard Coilman. Mr. Mason Marker. Dr. Randall Paul. And Dr. Robin Wild. Please join me in welcoming Now I'd like to welcome Vice President of Finance and Administration, Brian Fox, to the podium. In the interest of time, Mr. Fox will introduce new colleagues in Finance and Administration as well as the President's Division.
All right, well, thank you. Hopefully folks can hear me in the back. I'd like to extend my personal welcome to our new faculty and staff, as well as my congratulations to those who have been promoted. This is really a fantastic start to a new year. The following individuals are new members in the President's Division. This includes information technology, development, as well as athletics. Please stand when your name is announced and remain standing, and please hold your applause until the end. Mike Corbett, Manager of Application Services and Information Technology. Mike, it seems like you've been here more than a year. Thank you for your work. Eli Granger, Annual Giving Manager and Development. And Brenda Hubbard, Executive Secretary in the President's Office. All right, thank you very much. And then we'll hold this, keep standing until we get through the F&A division too. So the following individuals come from Finance and Administration. And again, please stand and hold your applause until the end. Kimberly Kolinsky in Human Resources. Mandy Conley, Administrative Program Assistant in Business Affairs. Darcy Dawson, Custodian in Facility Services. Rochelle Gates, an Accountant in Business Affairs. Sarah Henderson, Benefits Consultant in Human Resources. Adam Oppegard, also in Human Resources. Nilda Pena, an Accountant in Business Services. And Stephanie Pope, our new Director of Budget and Planning Resources. Please join me in welcoming our newest members in the President's Office and Finance and Administration. I'd also like to take just a short second to welcome back Aaron Stevens. As many of you know, he's been out for the last couple of months helping his daughter, and he came back to work, I think, on Monday. And so I'd like just a quick round of applause. And with that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Aaron Foley, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students.
It's kind of awkward. All right, thank you very much, Brian. So at this time, I'd like to introduce you to the staff that are new to the campus in the Student Affairs Division. Please stand when I announce your name. Please, oh no, it says please hold your applause. You guys know me, right? We do? Single golf clap. Let's practice that one more time. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, you are way ahead of it. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I will say the name, then it's a single clap, right? All right, so let's practice. Aaron Foley. All right, you guys are great. Sorry, Dr. Nagy. If you were at the retirement dinner, yes, I still have a job, so I figured I could do this. All right, let's move on. Our first person, Sherry Cropholler, registered nurse 1. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't pause. Let's try that again. Sherry Cropholler. There we go. Registered nurse 1, student health. Smith, I gotta turn the page. Jolene Katie, counselor, Integrated Student Health Center. Manny Gonzalez, custodian in housing. Drew Hessler, disability services specialist, Student Success Center. Last but not least, Jake Williams, also a custodian in housing. So now, please, let's have a full round of applause for our new staff members. All right, I'd now like to introduce Dr. Steve Neuheisel, Vice President for Strategic Enrollment Management, to the podium, and his newest members to the SEM team. Oops, I changed pages, shouldn't be.
Morning, thank you, Aaron. I'm going to stick to the script because I've only been here a year. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the staff that are new to the Strategic Enrollment Management Division. Please stand when I introduce you and hold your applause until all the new members have been introduced. Casey Bennett, Executive Assistant to the Vice President. Anybody here watch Ninja, American Ninja? That's the new Mighty Casey. Andrew Coombs, Infotech Consultant, Retention Services. Christina Martinez, Administrative Program Specialist, Registrar's Office. And Michelle Monty, Office Specialist 2, Financial Aid. Okay. Please join me in welcoming the newest additions to Strategic Enrollment. Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Laura McKinnon, Vice President for Wilsonville, to introduce the new hires in her division.
Passing of the baton here. Thank you, Dr. Neuheisel. It's bikini. I don't know if it came through. So please join me in welcoming the newest additions to the Wilsonville campus. Our staff, a lot of them are on the campus, and we would practically have to close the campus to have them join you. So some of these folks aren't here, but I really want you guys to give them a big round of applause, and we'll make sure that they hear that back in Wilsonville. How's that? So Scott Adams, Operations Systems Network Analyst 1. Stephen Blomberg, Trades Maintenance Coordinator. He's the sole guy that makes sure that the building is running. Brian Page, Director of Cyber Defense Center. Laura Proct, the Director of Lab Education and Ops. And Michelle Vitale, the Executive Assistant and leader of the administrative staff at Wilsonville. So big round of applause so they can hear it. Let's switch gears and move into our awards presentation in units of service recognition. I would like to invite Dr. Aaron Foley, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, back to the podium for the awards celebration.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but before we actually start the awards presentation, I get to make a few quick announcements. So first, if anyone is interested in taking a headshot photo for our website and directory, Bill Glosky, Bill, please stand. We'll be taking photos after the President's address in the auditorium. Just look for the backdrop downstairs around the corner from the bistro. Bill will begin photos immediately after the address and will be there until 1 p.m. today. Second, Campus Life invites everyone to bring your friends and family to the Arts on the Flyway Music and Art Festival in downtown Klamath Falls on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And be sure to stop by the Oregon Tech booth to help color a community chalk mural featuring our favorite owl, Hootie. Next, you are welcome to join New Student Orientation Friday at the Fred Meyer Takeover from 11 p.m. Yes, that's p.m. to 1 a.m. If I have to be there, you can join me to enjoy the deeply discounted items at our very supportive Fred Meyer. All right, next, the list of memberships for the standing committees, commissions, and councils for the 2017-18 academic year will be ready for distribution later this week. All right, I have one other one that's not even scripted. The BTS Bus Pass program is back. So as faculty and staff, you can get a bus pass for a whopping $45 and save over $600 and do your part in the carbon footprint, right? So buy your bus pass. All right, one last announcement. Finally, each of the following award winners will receive a parking pass, wow, that's premium, a reserved parking space as part of their recognition. So Adria, over here, will connect with each winner to coordinate their parking space locations later today. That's a pretty primo thing. All right, so don't forget to do that. All right, so now I will open up the awards with the Student Affairs Most Valuable Partner Award. The Student Affairs Most Valuable Partner Award recognizes an exceptional collaboration with the Student Affairs staff. The Student Affairs Most Valuable Partner, MVP for short, award was started in 2003. Any past recipients of the Student Affairs MVP award here, please stand. Come on, don't be shy. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. The purpose of this award is to annually recognize an individual or department that has made exceptional efforts in collaborating with Student Affairs staff. Any full or part-time faculty or staff member not in the Division of Student Affairs is eligible for the award. Last year's award winner was Lori Harris in our finance department. Lori, be here, please stand. Over here, oh come on. You deserve another round of applause. Congratulations. So it's with great pleasure that I present this year's award to Chris Cook, Ground Supervisor in Facilities Services. Is Chris here? We're in comparison. Chris, make your way up front as I talk about you. Chris's name is on our perpetual plaque, and he will receive another plaque for him and a certificate. So, in their nomination of Chris, the Student Affairs directors shared the following comments. Chris always communicates very well with staff and other departments to make sure that we are in the loop about projects on campus that may affect other areas, especially campus safety. Chris really goes out of his way to be helpful to assist in making sure our students have a safe physical environment on campus. He assisted in creating a snow removal plan and also pointed out areas of concern when he saw a student using a wheelchair struggle. He took matters into his own hands to make sure that that student didn't have to struggle anymore and could easily get across campus. He is always pleasant to work with. Chris Cook has been a tremendous help throughout his time on campus with our landscaping projects around the housing facilities. He's put in time and effort helping us create more aesthetically pleasing areas presentable for opening and closing and summer activities, while still keeping our lawns looking nice and more green despite the water and more water-wise, water restrictions. He's also been really supportive of campus beautification days and shares his knowledge of plants and trees willingly to help us around campus. Additionally, he volunteered his time to help Housing move and erect several large tents for our annual music garden. Chris is very helpful in not only maintaining the grounds, but in being proactive. He's been instrumental in helping with outside setups when facilities is involved or when we need the grass to not be watered for an event. Chris always has a smile on his face and a positive attitude, which is very refreshing. Many thanks, Chris, for all the support you give to the Student Affairs team. Thank you. Great. Now I'd like to invite Dee Thompson, President of the Oregon Tech Foundation Board of Directors, to present the Faculty Achievement Awards. Ms. Thompson, a retired attorney earned her bachelor's degree at the University of Oregon, a master's of public administration at the University of Colorado, and a Juris Doctorate at the University of Denver. Over the course of her career, Dee served as the senior attorney for the Intel Corporation, Intel Foundation, and the Mobil Oil Corporation. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Dee is very involved in promoting and facilitating higher education, and we are very pleased that she is an advocate for Oregon Tech and the Foundation. Please help me welcome Dee Thompson. All right, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up.
I am.
Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on.
All the way up.
It's not flashing.
That's okay.
Okay, there we go. Now. All right.
Thank you, Erin, and thanks for that warm and welcome introduction. And thank you for inviting me to this very uplifting event. It's always great to see a crowd of faces, and I know this is where the magic happens for Oregon Tech. So give yourselves a big round of applause. I'm very happy today to be here and present awards on behalf of the Oregon Tech Foundation. It is our sole mission in the foundation to support you to further the education, cultural, leadership, charitable, and service functions of Oregon Tech. The Faculty Achievement Awards are just one of the many ways that we strive to help you accomplish that. And like I say, that's where the magic happens. So thank you again. And we also want to thank you for your support for the Oregon Tech Foundation. The first of the awards is the Foundation Faculty Achievement Awards, and these are presented annually to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of Oregon Tech faculty members. The awardees are selected by nomination letters from your peers, and you must demonstrate outstanding achievement in the classroom, outside the classroom, or through inspiring students, which you do a very good job at, I might say, to reach beyond their potential. The foundation looks forward every year to honoring outstanding faculty members whose talents and dedicated service make a difference in the lives of students and add significantly to the vitality of Oregon Tech with the $1,000 award. Recipients of this year's awards have reached outside the campus boundaries and to make an impact have actively participated on committees and initiatives and brought their own ideas to fruition through their personal efforts. It is now my honor and pleasure to invite Dr. Kulig back to the podium to help me announce the 2017 Faculty Achievement Award recipients. Dr. Kulig.
Oh, thank you. Okay, the Faculty Achievement Awards. Thank you, Dee. Now I'm going to read this script. No. First faculty member selected for this award is from the College of Health, Arts, and Sciences. I'd like to read you excerpts from his nomination letter so you can understand why his colleagues have nominated him for this well-deserved award. He's been instrumental in developing undergraduate and graduate programs that contribute to the mission of the university, as well as serving the university by responding to the demands for course development from other departments. He's been generous with his time, mentoring faculty across the university. Not only does he share his considerable experience, he looks for people's strengths and highlights those rather than trying to make everyone fit into the same mold. Under his leadership, the department has received more than $1 million in sponsored projects to support faculty and student efforts. These have been opportunities to provide paid learning experiences for students. To quote one nomination, he is who you want on your team, leading your team when faced with fiscal, curricular, and social challenges. Above all, he's an outstanding teacher, and the department, especially newer faculty, learn from him daily. The department has learned that you have to apply creativity to challenges. We've learned to research the entire scope and context of a project before putting pen to paper. We have learned nothing is accomplished without positively, mutually beneficial relationships. We've learned that you can be happy at work every day if you decide. For all the above reasons and many more, I'm proud to present the 2017 Oregon Tech Foundation Faculty Achievement Award to Dr. Mark Newport. Mark, on behalf of Oregon Tech, your students and your colleagues, we thank you for your outstanding service and activities. Our second award winners from the College of Engineering, Technology, and Management. Those who nominated our next recipient had this to say. He's a leader within his profession, whether that be the American Society of Civil Engineers, GeoCongress Student Competition Co-Chair, a moderator for the International Congress on Large Dams, or author of a geotechnical textbook chapter. And that professional leadership brings further renown and funding, all measures of impact to our institution. Our recipient has co-authored and published a geotechnical textbook chapter, co-authored and published a peer-reviewed journal article specific to the geotechnical engineering discipline, provided technical reviews for at least 20 journal or conference papers, and presented 6 conference papers at venues including the American Society of Engineering Education, the American Society of Civil Engineers and its subsidiaries, and the U.S. Society on Dams, all in the duration of less than 5 years. He spends extensive time serving the university and the profession in numerous roles, serves his students as an academic advisor for 26 students a year on average, a club advisor, a chaperone on many different student trips, and a graduate project advisor for 2 students. For these reasons and more, I'm proud to present the 2017 Oregon Tech Foundation Faculty Achievement Award to Dr. Matthew Slade. Thanks, Matthew, for all you've done for Oregon Tech, for your students, and for your colleagues. Congratulations to our outstanding Faculty Achievement Award winners. Now I'd like to ask Ms. Dee Thompson to introduce the Excellence in Teaching Award before I read excerpts of their nomination letters.
So congratulations to all of you. We're very proud to present these awards. And our next award is the Oregon Tech Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award, which was initially suggested by your Senate presidents, Dr. Thamer. And so this is the first year that we have presented this award, and we're very proud to do so. We recognize outstanding teaching of 1 faculty member from the College of Engineering, Technology, and Management, and 1 from the College of Health, Arts, and Sciences. Recipients of the award demonstrate outstanding teaching, performance, exemplary commitment to students, and leadership in initiatives supporting student success. The foundation honors these outstanding faculty members with a $1,000 award. And Dr. Kulik, please help me in presenting the Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award this year.
Okay, the first faculty member selected for this award is from the College of Health, Arts, and Sciences. I'd like to read you excerpts from the nominations letter so you can understand why his colleagues and students have nominated him for this well-deserved award. Quote, "He is one of the factors that led me to discover the true joys of what Oregon Tech has to offer to its students and the community at large." And He exemplifies the word passion. Simply by showing his own passion for his work, he drives me and many other students to not only learn the material, but also to enjoy it. He was more than an instructor for me. He was a mentor and a friend. He played an integral role in my acceptance to graduate school. It's for all the above reasons and many more, I'm proud to present the Oregon Tech Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award to Dr. Bert Clark.
Oh.
Dr. Clark retired from his service this past June and unable to join us today. For all he has done for Oregon Tech, his students and colleagues, we thank him. Our second award winner is from the College of Engineering, Technology, and Management. Those who nominated our next recipient had this to say. He's masterful in balancing an intellectual atmosphere in the classroom, using a vast repertoire of experience, humor, and knowledge to share with his students. He's extremely proactive in his teaching, constantly making small changes to his courses in response to student feedback. He's also constantly looking for new electives to teach, giving the students in the civil engineering program additional skills upon graduation. I think what really makes him an excellent teacher is his ability to convey technical information effectively while making class fun and engaging. He's extremely dedicated. He's the real MVP at Oregon Tech. I'm proud to present the Oregon Tech Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award to, again, Dr. Matthew Sleep. Thank you, Matthew, for all you do for Oregon Tech, your students and colleagues. Okay, now I have the pleasure of announcing a new and unique faculty award, Oregon Tech Rising Faculty Scholar Award. This award was established with a gift from the Oregon Tech faculty and recognized significant achievements in the area of scholarship and creative works by faculty below the rank of full professor. This exciting award not only showcased the great work of our exceptional faculty, but helps foster an environment which encourages talented new faculty to pursue their passions. The Oregon Tech Rising Faculty Scholar Award will include a $1,000 award. The Honorable Mention Award winner will receive $500. Faculty member selected as the Honorable Mention recipient of this award is recognized also for being deeply engaged in this discipline, participating in extensive research in the field of renewable energy, using investigation in the sustainable power systems, energy storage, microgrid systems, and renewable energy sources. Over the past 2 years, he has authored and co-authored numerous publications and papers and has delivered across the globe a variety of presentations in this field. He has also generated thousands of dollars of grant-funded applied research in renewable energy that has a direct impact on the state of Oregon, its communities, and students. Finally, he participates as an associate editor of 2 international journals, the International Journal of Renewable Energy Research and the International Journal of Engineering Science and Application. Clearly, he is recognized as an exceptional contributor to his field by his colleagues and peers. Please join me in a round of applause as we present the Oregon Tech Rising Faculty Scholar Honorable Mention Award to Dr. Eklis Osteen. Thank you, Eklis, for all you've done for Oregon Tech, your students and colleagues. Okay, another faculty award winner from the Oregon Tech Rising Faculty Scholar Award is recognized for his research projects in environmental ethics, bioethics, and of course, the philosophy of science. His published work in philosophy of science, Synthesis, and the British Journal for the Philosophy of Science are among his publications. Please join me in a round of applause as we present the Oregon Tech Rising Faculty Scholar Award to Dr. Yasha Roller. Thank you, Yasha, for all the work you've done for Oregon Tech, your students and colleagues. Okay, I'd like to thank Dee for including me in this presentation as a newbie. I'm honored to be part of this celebration as provost, and would like to convey my personal congratulations to all of our outstanding Foundation Award winners today. Next, I'd like to invite Ms. Tracy Ricketts, our Associate Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations, to join Dee in presenting the two Faculty Alumni Engagement Awards.
Thank you, everyone. Before I get started, I do want to make a quick announcement on behalf of the Foundation and Dee Thompson. Thank you to the Commission on College Teaching and all of you who helped us develop the criteria for the new teaching award, solicited nominations, and did all the work for us. So we greatly appreciate it. We could not have made such a great set of criteria without your help. On behalf of the Development Department, I'm pleased to present two Alumni Engagement Awards from the Oregon Tech Foundation, recognizing outstanding faculty and staff who help us annually connect with alumni, and they do so with enthusiasm, creativity, and collaborative efforts to connect them with the university, with their department, and with the Alumni Association and university as a whole. Each award will receive $1,000, and they will be recognized today. The first award I will present is the Staff Alumni Engagement Award. This year's award winner has taken on an important role with the foundation and alumni office as both of us moved off campus at the end of last year. Through her energy, passion, and enthusiasm for Oregon Tech, she's made a tremendous impact on alumni who visit the campus, and she goes above and beyond her normal duties. She provides resources when an alumnus requests something and facilitates spontaneous needs as they arise and helps us get up here to help out. She's an invaluable asset when it comes to coordinating foundation and alumni events on campus, and we could not be more appreciative of what she does for Oregon Tech alumni and the services she provides, always with a smile and sometimes a song. This staff member has become an incredible asset and member of our team and been an asset to the friends and the foundation staff who visit as well. Without her help and that of the rest of the student affairs staff, we would not be able to connect with as many alumni and friends as we do. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the 2017 Staff Alumni Engagement Award winner, Rachel Winters. We also have a Faculty Alumni Engagement Award. This faculty member started at Oregon Tech in 2014. In her short time here, she has been incredibly passionate and influential in building relations with her students while they're in the classroom that translate into happy, engaged alumni. This faculty member is highly involved in senior project symposiums and recently coordinated a multidisciplinary symposium, including the Department of Management. This event showcased junior and senior level student skills, talents, and dedication in their areas to potential employers, students, alumni, and other community members who came to attend. In her time at Oregon Tech, she started a business management department Facebook page. I think we're giving it away here. Which in its short time has added many followers and lots of alumni. For many of those folks, it's been their first connection back to the university, and it's been a very positive one. She's highly involved and influential among her students, inspires feelings of comfort and trust and respect, as we heard from many of her students and alumni. In speaking with a number of management alumni, they've constantly emphasized how she remains an open resource for questions, mentoring, and allowing them any level of engagement they want to have with the university. All of these things, as well as many others, attest to her dedication to our Oregon Tech alum and make her an outstanding partner for the Alumni Association. It's my honor to introduce the 2017 Alumni Faculty Engagement Award recipient, Sharon Beaudry. Now I would like to ask our president, Dr. Nagi Naganathan, to return to the podium and present his awards.
Thank you, Dee, Tracy, and Dr. Kulak. Our next award is the Classified Staff Award, and I would like to invite Kathy Stanek, Program Representative for Information Technology Services, up to help me to present this award. Kathy served as the chair of the Classified Staff Award Committee and was the last year's recipient. Our classified staff members play invaluable roles at Oregon Tech. They provide valuable administrative and academic support, maintain our facilities, keep our campus safe, and help take care of community of students, faculty, and staff with a smile. Behind the scenes, classified staff members work to make Oregon Tech a better place for all of us. This year's recipient is no exception. To give you a sense of why this person won this award, I would like to share excerpts from the nomination letters that we received from faculty, alumni, and students. He consistently goes above and beyond the requirements of his position to ensure that faculty, staff, and students are successful at Oregon Tech. He builds campus resources by participating in research and student projects. His positivity is infectious, and his passion for working with students is purely genuine and wholehearted. He worked hard to provide both a safe and informative academic atmosphere for students during my time at Oregon Tech. He's a huge advocate for students, both within and outside of the XXX engineering major, and shows strong commitment to meeting students' needs. We admire his ability to motivate students and his appreciation for hands-on learning opportunities, and can think of no one who is more deserving of this award. It's my pleasure to present the 2017 Classified Staff Award to Pat Kyle, Instrument Testing Student. This award carries a recognition certificate as well as a check for $1,000. So please join me in congratulating Pat. Please. Congratulations. Our final award is the 2017 President's Staff Award, which is meant to honor an individual whose achievements extend to the university as a whole, who puts the well-being of the institution above personal needs, and who makes Oregon Tech a better place to be. To give you a sense of why this person won this award, I would like to share excerpts from the nomination letters with you. She is an excellent role model and a joy to work with. She has taken on responsibilities far beyond her role on campus to ensure the smooth operation of the administrative processes while still encouraging and providing opportunities for staff members to take initiative and ownership of their areas of responsibility. She has catalyzed the growth of our registration programming involving faculty to improve and refine systems, so we now service the same number or more students than in previous years in less than half the time. Staff consistently remark on the increased organization and clarity around events as she strives for continuous improvement. Her contributions to student life and her attention to improving the student experience are unparalleled on the XXX campus and significantly contribute to the university's reputation for being student-centered. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite Dana Honorado to come forward and accept the title of Dana, as you come up, we thank you and recognize your dedication and service to the Oregon Tech and the Denver community. Congratulations again on receiving this year's President's Staff Award. So please join me. We don't want you to go back to Portland with a cast on your foot. Well, again, congratulations to all of our awardees this morning. I truly believe it is important to recognize the excellence and service, and I'm so impressed with the caliber of your commitment to Oregon Tech's mission that I witness every day. So please join me in a rousing round of applause for all of the awardees. It's truly a big day when Mark Newport put a tie on. It must be something. Now I know he has at least 2 ties. And one of which he mugged from me. So now I would like to invite Vice President Fox back to the podium to recognize those who have reached milestone service marks. Brian. No, I gave it to him. He didn't know.
It was a little coerced. I witnessed it. I missed one important member of our team in my introductions of new staff members. But like Jim Jones, our new CIO, at month 8 or so. He's already provided significant contribution to the institution. We at Oregon Tech recognize years of service in increments of 5 years. So we'll begin with folks that have been at Oregon Tech for 5 years and then move all the way up to, I think, 45 years, if I read the script correctly. To make sure that each individual receives the correct reward and service pin, we ask the recipients to pick up their certificates and pin in the auditorium foyer this after breakfast adjourns. So get on down there quick. If you see folks running out, that should be all with service awards. So with that, let's begin with the 5-year honorees. Again, please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all names in your category are announced, and then we'll have a rousing round of applause. So for 5 years, Holly Anderson, Richard Ellis, Christopher Hamper, Veronica Cohn, Matthew Moonhall, Sophie Nathanson, Justin Parnell, Scott Thrall, oh man, I'm gonna get this wrong. Tainen, thank you. Tainen Richards, Aaron Scher, Matthew Sleep, Brady Smith, Christopher Siernick, Kendall Vreeland, and Christian Vukosovic. Thank you all for your service to Oregon Tech. Now we recognize our 10-year honorees. Please stand when your name is called. Diana Angeli, Brady Brown, Kelly Caleb, Cindy Childers, Tammy Clark, Jason Coatney, Andrea Cox, David Kohler, Brian Fisher, Iris Goodwin, Letitia Hill, Brady Hunter, Donald McDonald, Jerry Miller, Jeffrey Hardy, Dan Peterson, Kathy Stanek, and Nellie Stewart. Thank you very much. Now we recognize our 15-year honorees. Please stand when your name is called. Jerry Bowles, Christopher Bowman, Kate Darling, Tiernan Fogarty, Donna Hicks, Richard Hoyleman, and Robin Wild. Now we recognize our 20-year honorees. Please stand when your name is called. Barney Gathert, Leanne Moppet. It should be 21 years after the last year. Sherry Yang. All right, thank you. And we have one 30-year honoree, Calvin Caldwell. And our final recipient is a 45-year honoree, Dr. Alden Glidden. Please join me in another round of applause for all of our recipients. And again, before we take a short break, I'd like to announce that this year's President's Address will be presented downstairs in the auditorium. We'll reconvene in the auditorium in approximately 15 minutes. In honoring all of our attendees' time commitments, I request to make sure we'll be seated before 10:15, but we're running a little bit in advance, so why don't we meet down there at 10 o'clock, and we'll get going. So thank you very much.
We can start. All right.